It's time now on MidMinnesotaSports.com for our Athlete of the Week, and it's brought to you by Diamond Point in Sauk Center. And with us now is one of the gymnastics members of the Melrose Gymnastics team. And what I could ask you to do, first of all, is if you could introduce yourself, tell us what grade you're in and who's in your family, okay?
I'm Lydia Butkowski. I'm in 10th grade, and my dad is Jim Bierschbach, and my mom is Rose Ousting.
Lydia is our Athlete of the Week this week here on MidMinnesotaSports.com. Talk about the events that you're in so far, okay?
I do every event, which is vault bars, beam, and floor. And
all right, and tell us how the season's been going so far. What kind of scores have you been getting, and where have you placed so far that you can think of?
My scores are doing really good. I've got my personal best on beam, floor, and my all-around. And I did really good at our last meet in Melrose. I got first on almost everything but one event.
You know, as you talk about the different events, describe those for us, and what might be your favorites, and why would it be your favorite if you could tell us that?
Beam is probably my favorite event because I've been good at it ever since I was little.
And why do you think, why is that? I'm just trying to figure out why would that event be better than some of the other ones?
Probably because when I broke my thumb, I did it over and over every day because that was the only event I could really do. So it just became my favorite.
You know, I've been wondering this too, as I watch a gymnastics meet, and you're standing there, you're focused and ready to go. Take us inside your head. Before the judge says, okay, go, what are some of the things that you're thinking about, and what's going through your head at that point?
Well, I try to tell myself I'm a champion and that I'm going to do really good. I just keep repeating that in my head.
Okay. So it settles you down just a little bit? Yeah. Okay. Talk about, too, with your coach and the other people that help you out, in what ways do they help you become a better gymnast?
They tell me what I need to fix and encourage me to do really good.
And do you get some help from your teammates as well? Can you talk about some of the girls on the team and how they've been doing as well?
They've been doing really good. We actually, one girl got injured, and we had one that just picked everything back up, helped us out on everything.
All right. Let's talk with your coach here for just a second, okay? We'll give you a little time out. All right. This is Coach. We used to know her as Katie Niehaus, now Katie Masock. Talk about the season, first of all, how Lydia's been doing, and what makes her a champion, as she talks about.
Lydia's been doing great. Since day one, she's practiced hard every single day. You know, it's hard to do that. You know, a lot of the girls will have a day off here or there, but there's probably maybe 2 days this whole season that she wasn't on her A game. So, and you can tell by her scores, they've been getting higher and higher, and right now she's one of the top all-arounders in the state, which her practice habits are making her that good. So it's been awesome to have her in the gym. So, yeah.
Well, we want to talk about, too, some of the other girls. Mention some names and what they've been doing so far.
Jalen Brinkman, she's the junior. Her and Lydia are kind of like neck and neck in the all-around. You know, working hard, and they have some really big skills. Both of them are probably in the top 5 of the all-around in the state right now. Maddie Brinkman is her little sister, 8th grader, along with Kayla Ousting, and Abby Hinnecamp before she broke her foot a couple weeks ago. All 3 of our 8th graders returning that were on our state champion team. Huge skills for their age. Also working super hard. Abby's working right now with a cast on, doing conditioning just in case there's hope that she'll be back by the end of the season, at least on bars. And Lauren Kingston is a 7th grader, stepped up to the plate as a varsity vault contender, and now she's doing all around. In the last week, she's filled huge shoes because of Abby getting hurt. And so all 5 of those girls have stepped up to the plate, and we scored 148 points, and that's the highest in single A this year, so for anybody. So they've all been just doing great. So,
with a score like that, what is it going to take to get the Melrose girls back to the state and compete at that level?
They will need to be in the mid to upper 140s because Wilmer and Alexandria are always strong in our section, but if we stick to what we're doing, I think we will definitely get to the state meets as long as we stay healthy. And then to contend in the top 2 in the state, we're going to have to do what we did on Thursday, and I think we can do it, definitely.
I think for the most part that people don't realize the types of injuries that the girls go through, because you take a lot of wear and tear on your bodies here, don't you?
Yes, we do. And a lot of these little injuries that we have been having are stepping on a mat sideways. Something little that is not even like a big skill. Abby's was a little bit, but so it's just, making sure we're focused and that kind of stuff, and then also making sure that we have enough time to rest before we have them try coming back, so we can have them healthy, all strong again by prime time, which is in basically a month from now.
You know what I want to talk to you about as we sit here in the Glenn T. Schaefer Gymnasium now for gymnastics, and he passed away a few years ago, and he was your coach. What sort of memories go through your head? I'll bet you each and every time you come out here, what are you thinking about?
Oh, well, a lot of my coaching style is a lot like Mr. T, and all these girls would know it too, especially the girls that had him a little bit. We were both tough, and I've been through it, and our other coaches, all of us coaches besides obviously Jeremy, have went through his program, and so just our coaching styles, everything that we've it all came from him, obviously, because he started this. And we actually had a little girls meet today, and one of the other teams that came from South Dakota, their head coach was one of the first girls that competed for the elementary for Melrose. And so it was just fun talking, and she was out in the trophy cases too, and it's like where we all came from, and he started this all. And now that we're just trying to keep it going and kind of have the same philosophies and the tradition, hopefully we can hold the tradition, and yeah, so.
I will bet, too, are there times that you find yourself saying exactly what he would have said at that time?
Yes, sometimes. And at the time when I was on the team, I'd be like, oh. And I'm sure the girls do the same thing for me. But, it worked when we were in it, and it's still working now. And, it's hard to be back as a 16, 17-year-old, especially like when I was 15, 16, 17, and I butted heads with my coach and stuff, but it's like it definitely helped in the long run, even though you don't see it a lot of times until you graduate or until you become a coach. But a lot of these girls are starting to coach now in the elementary level, so they kind of get it a little bit more than when we did, because I only started coaching later in my high school career. So yeah. Can
you give us an example? Say, for example, what would Coach T say to Lydia before she goes out? What are you saying? And that's what I'm trying to get at. I'll bet you say the same thing as he would have said.
Oh, I don't know. I can't totally remember.
I guess
he would, just try to encourage us and tell us, we try not to tell them like 5 things to do. It's like the one thing that maybe they struggle on. It's like, okay, Lyd, go hard on your back tuck, on beam. But you don't want to tell her like, okay, do this, because they're like, oh crap. You tell them one thing to like focus on, and kind of that's the main thing. And then let them do their thing, and then have fun, relax, you're awesome, and, and Mr. T wasn't as big of a talker as I was, so maybe I'm a little bit more, try to be more like, you got this, more than he was, but, and we also had our assistant coaches when I was on the team that was more of like the talker, and Mr. T was like, all right, we're going to do this, but, so we have our similarities and our differences, but, so.
But it all comes together, right?
Yep.
All right, good. Well, Lydia Butkowski is our Athlete of the Week here for the Melrose Gymnastics team. Congratulations up to this point. I'm sure as you talk with all the other girls, what kind of goals, what kind of things are you talking about right now as you get into the, you got the section and hopefully the state coming up. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, we're really hoping to bust out a big score and win it again.
All right. Well, good luck to you, and thank you for being with us, okay? Thank you, Coach. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right. We're at the Melrose Gym, the Glenn T. Schaefer Gymnastics Gym here, and this has been our Athlete of the Week, brought to you by Diamond Point on MidMinnesotaSports.com.